Hey guys, welcome to Supreme Tennis, where today we're going to share with you how to hit the double-handed backhand. Now first things first, we're going to talk about the grip, and although there are slightly different variations, the one that we recommend the most for you is a chopper grip with your bottom hand and then an Eastern grip with your top hand. And this is going to give you a good balance between topspin and power. Now another advantage that this grip has is that you don't have to think too much about grip change for many other shots. Now the only shot that you would need a different grip for is the forehand, but you can actually use the chopper grip for your volleys, both forehand and backhand volleys. You can use it for the smash, and you also use the chopper grip for your serve as well. So just quickly to find that grip, you're going to take your dominant hand, so your bottom hand, take the heel pad of your palm, the base knuckle of your index finger, and you're going to place those 2 points on bevel number 2. And then with your non-dominant hand, so your top hand, you're going to take those 2 points again, and you're going to place those 2 points on bevel number 7, and that's going to be your double-handed backhand grip. Okay, so once you have the correct grip, we're going to talk about the unit turn and getting in the right position. We're going to talk a bit about the take-back position, and I want you to turn with your shoulders and your hips to the point where your hands should sit somewhere around waist height, but your racket head should be slightly above the handle. It should be slightly above your hands. And having your racket at a slight angle, so around 40 to 45 degrees, is going to create leverage, and it's also going to create more drop before contact, which is going to help you to get that topspin needed. And a really good tip that you can apply in this unit turn, as your racket's going back, try to imagine that your front shoulder is pressing forwards, so you're really leaning in. Try to imagine that your front shoulder is leaning against the wall, and what that does is it helps you to get your weight going forwards, and as you accelerate into the ball, it helps you to hit a much heavier shot, a much heavier ball that has a lot more power on it, as opposed to shifting your weight back and hitting off your back foot. It really helps you to hit off your front foot, which is what you guys want. And it's also worth mentioning that you can apply this concept on an open stance backhand too. Okay, so the next part of the shot where you start to accelerate and you start to extend through the ball, make sure that you have a strong top hand. And it's your top hand that's going to generate a lot of the power with the double hander. Now this is partly the reason why many people who use a double-handed backhand find it much easier to deal with high balls and also wide balls on the stretch too. And that's just simply because that top hand's going to give you an extra bit of support that the single handers can't really benefit from. And a good drill that you can do to really get the hang of this and really understand the importance of your top hand is just take your bottom hand, your dominant hand, off the grip and literally just hit some left-handed forehands. Otherwise, what you can do is keep both hands on the handle and just lift your bottom 2 fingers off the grip, and what that does, it brings the top hand into play more. Now, a common mistake that a lot of players make with this shot is they drag the swing across their body as opposed to really striking through the ball. Now to fix this mistake, what we're going to do is we're going to break the shot down into 4 different parts. So phase 1 would be my take back position, phase 2 would be my contact point, phase 3 would be my full extension through the contact zone, and then phase 4 would be my finish and my follow through. And what players will do is they'll go from phase 1 to 2, and once they're at their contact point, what they'll do is they'll go straight to phase 4. Okay, so that third part of the stroke isn't really there. They're not really striking through the ball. Now, if you really want to maximize power and hit heavier shots, make sure that third part of the stroke, that third phase of the shot is still there. Make sure that you really are striking through the ball before you start to finish and follow through. So just the last couple of things worth mentioning with the shot, and one of those is to fully rotate and bring your back hip through. So when you finish, you should be facing pretty much completely square to the net. And some players will struggle with this because they leave their back foot way behind them. And when you do that, you prevent yourself from opening, from fully rotating. So as you start to hit through the ball, what should happen is your back heel should come up and your foot should slightly drag, or otherwise, if you really commit to the shot, your back foot will actually end up coming through and you'll actually land on your back foot. And then with your follow through, your left elbow should be going past center, and I like to use a clock as a point of reference. So if straight ahead is 12 o'clock, my left elbow should be going past 12 o'clock and should be pointing more towards 1 or 2 o'clock. And then my right elbow should be to the right of me, pointing towards 3 o'clock. So that was just a quick tutorial on the double-handed backhand. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions. We will get back to you, and maybe even like the video and subscribe to the channel if you appreciate this type of content. Anyway guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.